On another note, before I start this episode, I would just like to say, for all the southern states taking on this, let's make and mandate all of the children to have clear backpacks, as if an AR-15 that teens can buy will fit in a clear backpack. Do criminals or people who want to do harm to others follow rules before they do harm? Yes or no? What is clear backpacks going to do for children in a school that's supposed to be safe? Why can't we just focus as human beings on making sure the little human beings who really have the least rights in society, children, can be in a school to learn, play, interact, get social skills, and be safe? Just like I could be safe at my job because there's security in the parking lot, there's security in the lobby. You need a badge to swipe in, you need a badge to get on the elevator, and then when you get upstairs, you need like 4 passwords to get on your own laptop. Why is the workplace more secure than schools for young children? Why are officers scared of criminals and people who are doing harm to children actively, watching stuff on their phones and playing in the hallway and waiting 50 plus minutes before they go in and help children in one classroom? It's just like, are all the people who don't have common sense and logic in a position to make laws and to make decisions for other people's lives? Is that what it is? That's what it seems like. Anyway, just need to get that off my chest because it's just so like annoying. The fact that I'm back to school shopping for my kids and I have to make sure that they have clear backpacks, as if every store that sells backpacks has clear backpacks. No, I had to order a backpack 3 weeks before her school starts because that's when it'll be delivered, because it's plastic and it's coming from a completely different country outside of the United States. So she can have all this PVC chemicals on her things that's going to be her backpack so she can be fully prepared for class. Welcome to America. Let's get into this episode though. Welcome back to Cozywombmama Podcast. My name is Shan. I am the mom of the girls. This is a podcast about parenting. This whole season I'm just focusing on the dads though. The dads who've been MIA but want to come back and correct all the time that they missed, all the efforts that they didn't give, and get back right on track with their kids. What's up? It's Friday. This is episode 22 and you see it. We are not perfect. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about you, hunty. Parenting is not for every human. I do not recommend it. Okay, 10 out of 10. I'm just joking, but it's for some of us, okay? If you are willing to take part in creating a child, I truly believe you should do your best to become the best parent to guide that child. Parents are still and will always be imperfect humans also, but we need to be more self-checking than the rest of the universe out here who do not have children themselves, but they might teach our children. They might work with our children. They might have to drive our children places, and they might have to serve our children. So we have to make sure that our children still have manners, still are well taught, still are loved and stay corrected. So let's get into this episode. Just a FYI, we have like we're doing this. I'm doing this. I'm just talking to y'all. I have 4 more episodes left of this season to go. I hope this season is helping a father or a few fathers. I do appreciate all the new follows, all the new faces, and all the feedback. Thank you so much. Let's get into the show. I've seen a lot of moms and dads have tantrums. Yes, I said tantrums. A lot of moms and dads act out when they can't go out anymore like they used to, when they can't spend the money that they used to spend how they want to spend it, when they're mad at themselves for not being selfish because they care about what other people think about them. So they really don't want to do for their kid, but they do for their kids, so nobody can say that they didn't do for their kid, but they're miserable, they're not happy that they have to. Work on yourself. Work on yourself, okay? Go back to the episode where I talked about therapy because you need it. Everything I do as a mom isn't perfect, but I do my best. As a dad, I think you should do your best. Always strive to do your best. Push for more when it comes to the opportunities for your children. Stop being super critical about yourself every time you interact with your child, or when you can't get them something they really want, or when you're like $20 short, or if you need to ask for help from other people. Stop talking down to yourself like you're not doing your best, because when you talk down to yourself and you tell yourself that you can't do it, you won't be able to do it. When you pour into yourself and you tell yourself that you can, and you encourage yourself and you take heed on the moments and the things and the ways that you improved, you'll do better, because you see that it's little rewards that you're getting in the process. It's not, you went from not being around your child at all to all of a sudden now this year you can take him to Disney World. Now you're the greatest dad in the world. No. What have you done throughout the whole year? How have you showed up throughout the whole year? You missed 20 years of your child's life, and now that they graduated school or whatever, and you meet them and you spend a couple of weeks with them, now you want to buy them a car as if that washes all the years away that they needed you. It doesn't work like that. We're not perfect, and we need to be honest about the fact that we're not perfect. Some of us are still striving to be this perfection parent, okay? Some parents didn't have the best examples as a kid on what a great parent was. And then you grow up and then you stumble upon an opportunity or a situation where you get someone pregnant and they become a mother and you become a father and you have to figure it out. So healthy parenting might be the beginning for you. It might be something brand new. You don't know how to do it, but you have eyes, you have ears. You can see who's out here parenting in a way that you would like to show up as a parent. You can talk to them, you can reach out to them, you can ask them for advice. Don't let the way that you grew up handicap who you could be for your kids. And I'm not saying as if handicapped people, that's a problem, but don't let it hold you back, right? Don't let it stunt the growth that you can have with your children as far as like the relationship you can have with them. Kids are not easy people to raise, but as a dad, all the support that you can give in the process of raising that child matters. In the process of getting back into that teenager's life matters. In the process of reaching out to that child for the 13th time and it works. And they're 21 now, but this is the thing about parenting. No matter how old your child is, whether they're in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, graduate school, after graduate school, in their 20s and their 30s, especially when they turn around and they get married and they have kids, they still need you. Once you become a parent, you'll always be a parent. Once you get old and gray and you die on, you will die. Your name, your siblings, who you were to your siblings, and a father of X, Y, and Z. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Don't forget to check out Mama's Cozy Closet with Teespring. A whole bunch of t-shirts and, cute merch for moms all around. And, there's hoodies on there, tank tops, all of that. And loose tees. And I just focused it on moms because moms are always, driving around, doing things, needing something to throw on real quick. They're still kind of cute and still representing the fact that they are mothers and they are doing their best. Also, for everybody else, there is the Cozy Womb shop with Teespring for everything for the family, all the gear. I've been updating some new merch on there, so go ahead and check that out. And if you are interested in any podcast books, they are still available on lulu.com, The Podcast Journal, Marketing the Podcast, and The Podcast Questions. You write in them, you do your notes, you make your podcast yours, and you make it easy, and you just prepare for it. And they are all created by me, yours truly. Now back to the show. I love when you count me out. I love when you count me out. Kendrick, that album, so many people did not deserve to hear that because there's no radio hits. Excuse me. That's not what it was for. It hit who it needed to hit. Anyway, my daddy tip is show me a perfect parent and I'll show you a liar, because none of us is perfect. Even if you haven't been around, that mom that likes to point that you haven't been around isn't perfect either. But at the same time, show and prove, because we're not perfect and we all make mistakes and we all drop the ball sometimes. That's my daddy tip, okay? Just keep that in your back pocket. Put it on your dashboard like the Bible.
Here we go.
Back to the show. So, the thing that's going to stick to you most, just like your name, is the fact that you were a father and it was known by you and other people. And what did you do with your life being a father, along with the other things? So if it's something that's going to stick with you, like a tattoo that you cannot remove, do it well. Show up in it in a good way. Don't do it inconsistently. Don't approach being a father halfway. Don't be in and out of being a father, and when you feel like you should get the proper praise or the respect and you don't get it, you feel away. Parenting is not part-time. I am always parenting. I am parenting when I wake up. I am parenting throughout the day. I'm parenting when I'm eating. I am parenting when I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm parenting right now because she knows not to come in here. But she took a bath. She got dressed. She brushed her teeth. She ate. She's on her iPad right now using up all my Wi-Fi. And she doesn't help me pay nothing in my house. I'm always parenting. I have to take care of myself in order to be the best parent for my child. As a father, you have to take care of yourself in order to be there for your child tomorrow. And when they're in their 20s, and when they're in their 30s, and when they're in their 40s. So take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of, your finances. You don't want to have your children struggle without you, and then you get to your 40s or 50s, and then financially you don't have anything to give. You're asking them for help. How are you asking a 20-year-old for help or money? How are you asking your child that is now a parent and has their own relationship and their own house and their own bills for help? And you never helped when they were a kid, and you weren't around. It's just a lot of audacity, and respectfully, you do have to look at it from that angle. All right? If you are a father right now and you are not taking care of your body, think about needing a kidney later on, and the only person that's your blood type is your kid that you were never around for. Think about it. All right? I just want y'all to be y'all best. This is episode 22. I've been loving and therapeutically benefiting from this season, because a lot of the things that I've been talking about this season are like topics and things I wish I could have a discussion with my dad about, because I would like to get into why his thinking was what his thinking was. But since he's not alive anymore, I can't have that discussion with him. But I know it wasn't all him. I know it was a lot of, this is what my dad did. This is what men did around me when I was a kid. So this is my mentality, you know. But your mentality is a habit. And you can train it and you can untrain it, and you could build it up and you could break it down, but you have to make a decision. Be a better dad, and remember, you are not perfect. Your children are not looking for perfection. They're looking for consistency, effort, and your empathy. Check you next time on Monday. Peace. Bye.
Bye.
Catch those springtime vibes all over Arizona. Break out of the winter blues by hitting the water at one of our lake and river parks. Take a hike among the wildflowers. Just make sure to stay on the trails and leave the flowers for the bees. Discover Arizona's best kept secret and visit azstateparks.com/amazing to start your springtime adventure.